true believers, this is my review of X-Men First Class. Spoilers! So let's get the things out of the way. Now, if you are a really hardcore X-Men fan and follow the comics and know these characters, there's going to be things that are going to piss you off. Now, they do change things, like, they make, like, Professor X and Mystique, like brother and sister, like they were raised together. They may totally change Sebastian Shaw's character, who like killed Magneto's mother, made him like a kind of like Hitler, want to be like Utopia. They made Beast and Mystique kind of have like a thing. Like Havoc, I don't know why he's here when he's it should be Scott Summers, his brother, and Havoc's the younger brother, Scott Summers. And, there's a lot of things they change, relationships and stuff like that. But you gotta keep in mind, they've done that in a lot of comic book movies. Remember the 89 Batman movie? Joker was the one that killed Batman's parents. And even Spider-Man 3, Sandman was the one that killed Uncle Ben. So, now, if you really don't like that stuff, and even, that does get to me a little bit, but even with that said, if you are very open-minded, and it's like a religion, you gotta let things slide. If you let things slide, I thought this was an outstanding movie. First off, I have to say, like, where do I begin? Let's talk about the action. The action is awesome. I love, the parts with Magneto, and like when he's, lifting up the submarine. Azazel, who's Nightcrawler's father, if you don't know that, the big red guy who's that Nightcrawler? No, that's his father. So, any teleport scenes are cool because I like that, because one of my favorite parts of X-Men 2 is Nightcrawler with his teleporting parts. So I like that. And I liked, I think with even like little things like Emma Frost turning diamond, that was awesome. Now, the action was incredible. I thought, now Matthew Vaughn directed this. He did Kick-Ass, and I absolutely love Kick-Ass. And he really hit the nail on this. Now this movie is really trying to follow, I guess, like from what I heard Bryan Singer said, ignore X-Men 3 and Wolverine and this one. So it isn't. They do try to make it in continuity with X-Men 1 and 2, even though there's some things that they. Well, like I say, you have to forget X-Men 3, because when you see in X-Men 3 Magneto and Xavier's still walking, and he's older, going to Jean Grey's house, so that's kind of like, okay, yeah, you have to forget that. So, but no, it's, there's so many things that I enjoy. I really like the acting with characters. Where did I begin? Like Magneto, Michael Fassbender. I loved him as Magneto. He was awesome. He was kind of like the Nazi hunter in like Inglourious Bastards. I loved them, and he was so badass, and like that he spoke different languages, and he was really cool. James McAvoy, he played Professor X very differently than we're used to. He played in like, he's very like a ladies' man. And he's very, I don't know, he's like very different. But I actually liked his take on Professor X. And yeah, in the movie we see him get, accidentally like a bullet into his spine, and he's wheelchair bound. We don't see him bald yet, but they do make a joke about that. I like Kevin Bacon, Sebastian Shaw, even though they changed his character a bit, he played a really great villain. He really played the catalyst of what Magneto will be. Plus, I really liked that, you see in the trailers, you see, or even the little clips, like this guy in the Magneto helmet. That was actually Sebastian Shaw's helmet that cuts off telepaths from getting into your mind. So I thought that was cool. And then how Magneto claims it and makes it his own. Jennifer Lawrence, who was in Winter's Bone, she was nominated for Oscar. She was awesome as Mystique. As much as Rebecca Romijn is gorgeous, and we know her as Mystique, Jennifer Lawrence had more to play with Mystique, and I liked, even though her character kind of like goes with Magneto, well, I don't know, like the way her character is treated by other people like Professor X and beasts who should be nice to her, especially being mutants and stuff, they're kind of like a dick to her at times when, you know, she wants to be accepted for being her normal blue-skinned mutant, and they kind of like, oh, that's not beauty. Beauty is like how you are when you hide yourself, and it's like, oh, that was, I can't believe that, especially Beast when he becomes Beast. Now, the guy that played Beast, I think, Nicholas Hoult, he was cool. Like, Kelsey Grammer, of course, is more like the Beast we know and stuff, but as a young Beast, he was cool. I liked his character. They kind of made him as the guy behind Cerebro, which, like I said, you have to let things slide, but still, it was very cool. January Jones, oh, January Jones was gorgeous. She totally looked like Emma Frost. I like that they had the diamond form and the telepath part. Good. They didn't have her accent, but like I said, other X-Men movies, they didn't have, you know, Colossus accent or other people and stuff. So, like I said, you gotta let things slide. Now, there was like so many cool scenes. I mean, the story I love. This movie should have been called X-Men Origins Magneto. It should have been in, because the Magneto, it was really focused on Magneto and Xavier. The X-Men team, they weren't even called X-Men yet. They kind of called it at the end, but they really set up for a trilogy. But I really liked the pacing, the action, the acting. It was just really, really like a great movie. I really enjoyed it more than like X-Men. Like all the X-Men movies I can really think about. X-Men 2, I love Nightcrawler. Now, what made this movie really good is that the fact that these characters, whether it's Banshee, Havoc, Mystique, or Azazel, or any of these characters that aren't like the biggest characters in the X-Men universe, are just totally, you like them and you care for them, and you can enjoy that even if and there's a Wolverine cameo, which was just hilarious, and he says something like Corum said, I can't believe he could say that in the PG-13 movie, and also a great Rebecca Romijn cameo too, which I loved. And I really like the references to X-Men, like it was just, like I said, if you're really purist about X-Men, you will hate this movie, I think. But if you love summer action movies and have a good plot and are really have a great mix of emotion, action, and everything, it is an A+. I mean, really, I have to say, like I said, with Charmus Prime, I support it. I support him in his, boycott and everything. But like I said, man, I really enjoyed the film. I'm sorry, dude. And I would just have to say, if Fox, I mean, this is just my opinion. If Fox treats this X movie with as much love, and especially having the treat the continuity how it's out of whack, at least if how good it is, especially better than Origins instead of Wolverine, I think Fox should still do X-Men movies. And this is, with Thor, this is the second 5 out of 5, 2 rock-ons Marvel movie. I really recommend this movie. And what's great, you don't need 3D to enjoy this movie. It's really awesome. So, yeah, you guys, even without Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Cyclops, I'm living this X-Men movie, and I can't wait for Captain America, and especially Green Lantern next.